Hello and welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where I am on a journey to find out everything I can about Japan, the people, the culture, and today about 10 unique Japan travel spots that, you know, are off the beaten track according to this video. Because we all know, like, when you go to Japan, I think it's kind of like when people come to the UK, it's always, oh, we're going to London. It's like, I appreciate that I do need to see Tokyo. I do need to see the bigger cities, but I would also quite like somewhere quieter, a little bit more sort of out in the wild, and more picturesque, less people. That's kind of the thing. I'm having to like tickle Kelly's ear to keep her here, otherwise she'd be gone. So yeah, so today we've got 10 unique travel spots to visit in Japan. So let us have a look to see where they are.
Number 1, which is Beppu City in Oita Prefecture. Beppu is a very unique seaside town that is
nothing wrong with a bit of a seaside town. I wonder what the beaches are like in Japan. I'm sure it's probably like a mixture of nice sandy beaches, rocky beaches, you know, just kind of like normal wherever you are.
Famous for onsens. They have a lot of volcanic activity happening under the ground, meaning that there are a lot of these big giant vents throughout the city.
That's quite scary. Just vents in the city giving off hot steaming air. So it'd be nice to like go to an onsen, to be fair, you know, just sit in some hot water. Would you like that, Kelly? I don't think Kelly would like that. I don't think she
It's
would.
really picturesque, it's quite beautiful, and there's a lot of really cool and interesting things to see there. So I would highly recommend going to the Jigoku Hells tour. They're basically hot springs and onsens that you cannot bathe in. You'll probably die if you get into it.
Are they like really hot? Do not get in these ones. You will boil.
And they're all different colors, and they're very impressive and very beautiful. The other things that you can do, there's like a sand bath, which is the sand that's heated up from
I'm not sure about that.
Underneath the ground, and then they bury you in it.
No.
It feels so nice. It's like a warm
I'm not sure
hug,
about
like
that
a big
one.
old weighted blanket.
I'll just take a hug rather than being buried in sand.
It's a really fun experience, and you get to look out over the water, so I would highly recommend that. And also they do a lot of steamed food, like steamed vegetables and that kind of thing, which are steamed using these vents coming out from under the ground.
That must keep your electricity bills down, being able to just cook from the earth.
It's a very unique city, and I've really enjoyed my time there. To get there, I would fly to Fukuoka Airport first and then catch the train down to Beppu Station.
That's a bit more information I need at the moment.
All of the places that I just listed can be accessed using one of the buses that leaves pretty frequently from Beppu Station.
Okay.
I've got links in the description down below for more information. Generally, I just use Google Maps to plan out my trips. Even buses are quite accurate now as well. So yeah, go and do that, I guess.
Right, I'm off. Jeez, man.
Number 2 is Tsubame Onsen and So Falls. This is one of those locations that I get a lot of people asking.
Okay, this is
me,
nice. That is nice.
So Falls is a big, beautiful waterfall in the distance of these misty mountains, and Tsubame Onsen is right next to it, and it's this milky, natural outdoor onsen, and it's just you're surrounded by the trees, and there's mist everywhere. Usually,
even Kelly likes look.
And it's just lovely. And I think the onsen was free as well. It was just there, like, so good. No, it wasn't free. You have to like donate or something.
It wasn't free. She just jumped in it without paying. You naughty person.
There'll be a sign out the front. It's great. I've loved it there. To get there, from Nagano Station, take the train all the way to Sekiyama Station, and then catch a bus from there.
The problem with you giving me directions is I don't have any sort of mental picture of where Nagano Station is, or Sakiyama Station, you know, so...
There, all the way to the end of the ride at Tsubame Onsen. It takes about 18 minutes, costs 500 yen,
That's not
and it doesn't
very
run
long.
on weekends or public holidays. Again, link in the description. I'm going to stop saying that because
please.
There's a link in the description for every place on this list.
We get it.
So by now you've probably realized that these locations are quite spread out amongst Japan, so hopefully it can offer some kind of inspiration to you.
I like the one at the bottom. It looks like it's just in the middle of the sea. A little red dot right off the bottom of the southern coast.
Number 3 is
Right,
Nachi
number
Falls
3.
and the big beautiful pagoda
that another
sitting
waterfall?
right in front of it. This place is absolutely
That does look really nice and picturesque.
beautiful, but it's a little bit off the beaten track, a little bit further away. So
That's
it just
okay.
means
That's why
that
it's
a lot less
quieter.
people go and
That's
visit
what we
it.
like.
It's a really beautiful shrine. There's like a whole thing. There's a tree you can climb inside of.
Ooh.
It's a really like
I'm not sure I would fit in there. I'm quite wide. I'm quite broad on the shoulder. I might give that one a pass, that tree.
cool place, and the waterfalls are just so pretty, really, really stunning. It's also part of the famous pilgrimage hike, the Kumano-Kodo. Okay, to get there, take the train to Ki Katsura Station, then a bus down
Again,
for
I don't know where Kikatsura Station is. This is a little bit more information I needed. You know, I'm not there yet.
Nachi-san. Get off
I'm on
at
my
Nachi no
sofa.
Takimae bus stop, which will take about 30 minutes. The next location is actually in my travel guide that I just mentioned, which is Shirakawa-go. This
Ooh,
place
that's quite
is
nice.
So, it's just
Why is everything a kiss? Use words. Be more descriptive.
beautiful. It's magical. It's beautiful in every season. It's surrounded by nature. It's got
It's
history.
nice.
It's got everything. I'm in love
That's
with this
Russo a bit
place.
annoying, though,
This place has become
if you own
famous
them.
for its gasha zukuri, which is a thatched roof house, and it just makes for the most beautiful photo. So to get here, catch the train to Takayama Station.
Yeah, it's good for a photo.
And from there, it's a 50-minute bus ride away, costing 2,600 yen one way.
Okay.
Once you're in the town, everything is
You can't
accessible
come
by
back.
walking,
You
so
can only
take your
go one
time and
way.
Enjoy the view. The next location is Asokuju National Park. I've been here a couple of times already, and I've loved it every
That's
time.
very,
it's
very
a massive
green.
national park with a huge volcano in the center. It's an active volcano.
Okay.
It's constantly spewing out sulfuric
Nice.
gases, and
Good.
there is just so much unique.
Apart from the volcano, it's very reminds me of the Peak District when I used to drive through there. Just like that big emptiness and green and things, but it doesn't seem to be as many sheep walking around.
Interesting kind of nature and landscapes here. I have loved it. It last erupted in October of 2021. It was quite spectacular, and no one was injured or anything like that. Luckily, they have quite a number of different sensors and
So they can warn you long before it erupts that, hey, it's going to erupt. You might not want to go too close.
what would you call that? Like safety levels in place, and if it goes past a certain level, or if the wind changes direction or something like that, they'll close off that area. They're always constantly monitoring it and updating it, so I always
You
felt
kind
safe
of would
when I was
have
there.
to, though,
but in
wouldn't
saying
you?
that, they do frequently close a lot of the time, so it really just depends on the weather. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. To get there, it is
That's very
definitely going to be
foggy.
easier by car rental, so if you can rent a car, please do it. You can see so much.
How does that work in Japan with car rentals and things? I need to find out. If anyone knows of a good video about driving in Japan, let me know down in the comments and I will check it out, because I can drive and it's I'm not sure I'd want to. It's always scary driving in a different country.
More with that. But if you don't have a car, public transportation is available. From Kumamoto Airport, catch the Kyushu Odan bus from the airport to Asakuju area. It only takes 50 minutes to get there. but
Again,
once
I
you
don't
get
know where
area,
that
you need to
airport
catch
is.
more buses to explore further. There's a number of different.
So does that mean you if you were staying somewhere else, you'd have to get a train to the airport and then from there go to somewhere else? Or is it she expecting you to fly to that airport and then go? I'm confused.
Viewpoints and different interesting things to see around the whole area, so there'll be buses to catch throughout there. Alternatively, you could catch the train to Aso Station and then a bus to one of the many bus stops in the area, taking only
There you
26
go.
minutes. The next location is Nikko. I have mentioned this place recently in a video because I said that it's better than Hakone, and I stand by that. Nikko
Okay.
is a lovely,
I'll
slightly
take your word for
touristy,
it that
but
you
still
prefer
a little
this
bit
one.
authentic town that's very close and very easily accessible from Tokyo. It's beautiful in autumn. It's got a lot of history, but it also has a lot of beautiful nature
I like the way they put little hats on the statues. I'm sure it has a significance.
as well. I highly recommend
More
trying out their
waterfalls.
famous food, which is called
I'm going to guess there's quite a few waterfalls in Japan, seeing as it's quite mountainous and things. that the water needs to fall quite often.
Yuba, and it's kind of like if you like heat up milk, or like soy milk in this case, and this sounds kind of gross, but stay with me. You know, like it gets that like skin on top of milk. If you like take the skin off,
I've heard of this,
and then you just like keep taking the skin off it until it's gone, and then you've got like multiple layers of skin, right, of like soy milk skin, and then you like roll it up, and they chop it, and they do all kinds of things with it. It tastes a lot better than it sounds. But
why does it sound
it's great,
bad?
and it's vegetarian.
I know lots of people that eat skin of milk and things who love like the skin forming on a custard or something. Don't know why. Of course it's vegetarian, it's soya.
Yes. To get to Nikko, I would take the Shinkansen to Utsunomiya Station and then change here to the JR Nikko line and then get off at Nikko Station.
I don't know where these are.
1 hour 40 minutes in total. When you're in the town, you can catch one of many buses to get around town. I would get off at Chuzenjiko Onsen bus stop.
Would
and from
you?
There you can access the waterfalls and the lake within a walk.
Can we go to the onsen as well?
The next spot is kind of a combination of 3 places in Hokkaido.
That's cheating.
And that is Shikaribetsu Igloo Village.
Ooh, Igloo Village.
Chapel on the Water.
I'm going to guess this is one of the places up north where it's cold.
And Shirogane Blue Pond. Hokkaido is the largest prefecture in Japan. It gets incredibly snowy, but also quite beautiful in summer as well. There's so much to see there, which is why I narrowed it down to just this small area. Shikaribetsu Igloo Village is this really cool, like snow festival built on a frozen lake. So it's obviously just in winter. There's like an onsen on the lake, an onsen on a frozen lake, which is crazy, and like a little like frozen bar that you can go in and drink out of an iced glass. I really enjoyed my time here. I thought it was very unique and fun. Chapel on the Water is a beautifully designed chapel from, holding in my excitement, from my favorite architect in Japan named Tadao Ando, and he does really, really beautiful, usually like concrete, hard,
I kind of remember seeing something like this in one of the other videos that I've watched. I don't know if it was this place, but it was like that strange tunnel and things, and it's like, what on earth is this?
Angled buildings. He relies a lot on like light and shadows, and this place is just stunning. It's usually booked out for weddings a lot of the time, so just check ahead of time if you can visit, usually in the morning or the evening. And it's attached to the Hoshino Resorts in Hokkaido, which is a beautiful
I'm not feeling this one that much.
So there's a lot of things to do in the area.
Compared to the other
ones. And lastly, Shirogane Blue Pond is a bright blue pond that I think
Hence
it's that
the
way
name.
because of the minerals in the water, and it's just stunning all the time. Absolutely stunning. In winter though, usually the snow gets so packed that you can't actually see the pond, but like
then
just
it's not
before
blue.
Winter, beautiful. To get to Lake Shikaribetsu, it's not super easy to get there, but
yeah, I'm not sure about this place. It looks too cold for my liking.
the time, I highly recommend it. Take the train to Ohibiro Station and then the bus to Lake Shikaribetsu, which will take around 2 hours. There's only 4 buses a day, so plan ahead. To get to the pond, catch a bus from BA Station to the pond. It will take about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then to get to the chapel, take a train to Tomamu Station and then a shuttle bus to Hoshino Resort, which will only take 5 minutes. I have completely forgotten what number we're up to, so the next place is Kurashiki Bikan Historical Quarter. Unfortunately, when I went there, I was there for like a photo job, so I don't have any videos of it, but I've got many photos. Sorry about that. Well, so yeah, this town is beautiful. It's lovely,
that's a video.
It's cute, it's charming.
That's not a photo. That's an iPhone video.
I mean, it's quaint.
I mean, they're moving. It's definitely a video.
They have lovely little canals that you can sit in boats in and ride around the town.
Yeah, she's not doing this justice,
There's
unfortunately.
Lots of cafes and shops and all kinds of things there, and it was just lovely. Getting there is very easy. Just take a 10-minute walk from the JR Kurashiki station. The next spot is Amami Island, or Amami
an island.
Oshima.
Is this the one that's like in the middle of the sea when they showed the little dots?
This is a small little island that's kind of in between Okinawa and Kyushu. So it's not as far down as Okinawa, but it is just as beautiful. I love this place. I especially loved it because it wasn't super touristy. There wasn't very many people around at all. It felt very untouched, but the beaches are lovely. I just really love that kind of like beach island life that isn't very touristy yet. To get there, you have to fly. I think there might be a boat, maybe, but I would just fly. It's going to be a lot faster and actually a lot cheaper.
Really? But then again, what if you don't like, if you like boats? Yeah? Bye, Kelly. Kelly's had enough. She's like, I ain't flying there. I want to go by boat.
Flights were like $100 return from Tokyo. Public transport is quite limited there, so please.
You say that like $100 is nothing. Oh, it's only $100 return to fly there, so just fly.
please rent a car if you can. But if you're catching public transport, you can get a bus from the airport to a lot of different areas in Amami. There's about 10 different routes that split and go towards other areas of the island, leaving every third.
What is the sea life like? Is there anything there that is potentially dangerous?
Minutes or so. And the final location, number 10 on the list, possibly my favorite out of all of them, is called Ochijuku.
It looks cold
again. This is a small little post town, very similar to Shirakawa-go, but they have the most awesome, coolest snow festival in winter, and I loved it. It was so much fun. They've got little shops set up, and there's like mochi everywhere in the trees.
I do like a bit of mochi. Like some mochi in the trees. That's probably not good to eat then, is it?
And there was like games and competitions. And then at the end, they had this fire festival tradition thing where they ran down the middle in these tiny little shorts with fire. And it was awesome. I loved it. I really, really, really love this area.
They're not that tiny, the shorts. Really, they're pretty big shorts.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see it yet, like in any other seasons, but it also looks beautiful. But I can highly recommend going to the Snow Festival. I had a great time. This spot is a little bit further
I'm not sure about the Snow Festival,
away, but to get there with public transport, you should make your way to Aizu-Wakamatsu area and catch the train to Yunokami Onsen Station. From there, catch the bus 20 minutes to Ochijuku. It costs around 2,030 yen one way from Aizu-Wakamatsu.
Again, you're not allowed to come back. You can only go one way.
Station. And there we have it. 10 beautiful, wonderful, unique.
Thank you. Thank you for showing me those 10 beautiful, unique, off the beaten track places. A couple of them look quite nice.
Locations in Japan that are...
Stop it. Stop talking. Which ones was it? This one. That one looks quite nice. And yeah, I'm not sure what else there was. Really? Let me see. Like, I'm a bit hesitant about the national park. It's like that doesn't really do it for me. Just the whole, it's too flat and too just empty. I want a little bit of life, not just an empty thing. But yeah, I think this one, was it Nijo? Yeah, this place looked quite nice. I think anywhere with like nice places to walk around slowly would be good and not too cold. But yeah, anyway, that was a video by Currently Hannah. If you did like their video, pop over to their channel and give it a like. But if you liked my video, make sure you give my video a like as well. And if you do have any like recommendations of places that I should check out in Japan, let me know. There's a Kelly walking down the back of the floor. Let me know down in the comments. And if you got any links to videos as well covering those places, even better, because then I can like not do as much research myself and just like rely on other people to do it for me. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for making it through to the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you'd like to see more of my journey to discover everything I can about Japan, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye!